Warning, this video contains spoilers for the entirety of the Expanse story. Any dialogue options that I don't specifically mention have no effect on the story outcome, or the trophies that you will gain from it. When you first gain control of your character, walk towards Khan at the cockpit. After speaking with Khan, the story will direct you to scan the command console. After this, head to your left and download Ship Diagnostics to get your first scannable item. Next, head down to the officer deck. Around the corner to your left, you'll find another ladder to the crew deck. Here, you can scan the airlock prep log. When you get to this four-way, head into the mess hall to speak with Arlen and Rayan. Make sure to choose the circle option, cut this shit out, as it will be essential for a trophy in Chapter 5.
And you wonder why I have to treat you like Mollywalla.
After this conversation, you can scan the refrigerator directly to your right. Now you can continue the story until you reach the free roam space portion for more collectibles. Be sure to ask Virgil, can it be replaced, when you talk about the crystal.
Serious.
This will allow you to complete this side mission. When you first gain control in the headroom, proceed around the main console. Here you can scan the drive analysis. The majority of collectibles in this section can be found just by proceeding through the main mission, so you can hit up your yellow markers by clicking R3 and just follow them. The first thing to look for is the quantum processor on your right before you go through this doorway.
I've got an intact QPU here.
Nice find.
Once you get to the 0G section, you can lift off. Float all the way down the hall until you get to this wall. Here you'll see two open panels and a closed panel. Cut the closed panel to retrieve the Fabricator.
This looks like a fabricator of some kind. Maybe for material printing? Do we...
Yes! Gimme!
Okay, time to scavenge.
Drummer, looks like the officer's section is still intact. Go check it out.
After a short cutscene, you'll be back in open space.
You know the military.
Head directly across.
The brass always hoards the best shit.
Let's hope so.
On the floor, marked 46, you'll notice the water recycler. After collecting the water recycler, turn around and head back to the entrance where you just came from. Align yourself by planting your feet at the green beacon. Walk forward and look towards this piece of debris with the small black box on it. Head straight towards the debris and aim for the red container with the 3 blue containers next to it. On the small black box, you can collect the machine. Turn around and head back to the green beacon to center yourself once again. You must have told Virgil that you can collect a new laser crystal in order to collect this laser crystal. Once again, lift off, this time turn directly around and ascend. You can ascend by holding L2 and pushing up on your stick. You will see a red beacon on your right. Head towards this red beacon. Heading past the red beacon, you'll find a panel. Open this panel to retrieve a new laser crystal. This will grant the Doctor-approved trophy.
Virgil, guess what I found for you?
A new laser crystal? Oh, perhaps some dried mushrooms.
hate to break it to you, but we're orbiting Jupiter right now. Why would there be mushrooms?
A long shot, admittedly, but I find myself wishing. I left many things behind when I departed Luna, but my taste buds aren't among them.
Now you can pick up with the story. You can follow the yellow beacon by hitting R3 and head into the panel marked 46. Before attempting to open the officer door, head to your right into the crew quarters. Here you can ascend to the ceiling and cut this panel to retrieve some salvage.
Nice find.
Thanks. It appears I have one advantage over the pirates that were here.
What's that?
I know how to look up.
So, about that. It's a fingerprint lock. You're going to need to find the right hand. An officer.
The baka.
Good news. The logs show that there was one out in the crew mess hall. Second Corporal Horowitz.
All right.
Might be difficult to get his body back to the door, though.
Don't need all of them.
Oh, God.
After the short cutscene at the officer door, head directly to the left. Here you can scan the last scannable for this chapter, the temperature log. Move to your left and head out the opening towards the large red barrel. This can be collected as a fuel barrel, your next piece of salvage. After collecting the fuel container, head to the left towards the yellow beacon.
Sensitive panel. It must be connected to... Quick, get away from there!
Hashang, what?
You can use your R3 control to see where to go, as this is part of the main mission.
Really?
Oh my God, I wish I could see your face right now.
I hope you're very proud of yourself.
I'm gonna be honest, I really...
Europa's Bane. Anyone heard of it?
It's one of Toussaint Zapata's ships. Ah, fuck. Should've known.
Who is that?
Latest pirate flavor of the month. Led a mining strike on Europa. Stole a few ships. Now self-employed as a full-time murdering psychopath. UNN has been giving her a wide berth. If she wanted to take out the ship, it means she had a good reason. Or she's just a murdering psychopath.
Got it. Thanks. Maya, I'm in the mess hall. Time to find an officer.
I've linked the personnel records to your terminal. Try scanning the bodies and see if you get a match.
In the mess hall, head to the right around 2 corners. Then, look up at the ceiling and you'll find the officer's body that you're looking for.
Sorry about this.
Fuck!
Ryan, what's happening?
My leg. It's the floater. You're the accident.
Keep holding. I'll be right there.
Drummer, whatever mess he's got himself into, make sure the containment vault is secure. We cannot afford to lose it.
Captain, Ryan's back suit is...
Not now! Drummer, get your ass over there.
On my way.
Lose it.
Here you're given the choice to lose the vault or Rand's leg. You must lose the vault in order to complete all trophies.
Hold on. What are you doing?
After saving Rain's leg, head back towards the officer door following the yellow beacons.
You're in. Let's see what these UNN big shots have to themselves. Damn.
In the officer
Looks like
quarters,
the
head to the
Urshanab is
room
not
to the
scanned.
right. Open the drawer to release a cigar. After this cutscene, make sure you ascend to the ceiling and actually collect the cigar, otherwise it'll just stay there.
Khan, I have something for you. It's a surprise.
The biggest surprise would be 10 uninterrupted minutes without your voice in my ear telling me how to do my job. Can you give me that?
It's my job to double check everything. That lets you focus on your job, which apparently is making my life miserable.
Hold that thought. I need to take a shit. Will you remind me to wipe my ass in 10 minutes?
You know what? Forget about the surprise.
Already forgotten.
Search the corpse to find the key card so you can open the safe.
Looks like a personal key card. I should find wherever it opens. Found a key card on the captain. Not sure what it's for though.
Check his room. Maybe he has a safe somewhere the pirate scanners wouldn't have picked up.
I'm no art snob, but I don't think most paintings are done on iron. There you are.
Now you can proceed through the story until you get to the next big decision. This is the big spoiler. Cox will try to kill you, and then you will have the option whether or not to kill Cox. You have to keep Cox alive to achieve all trophies in the game, so be sure not to blast Cox at the airlock, however tempting it may be.
Listen to me, damn it! Drummer, listen to me! Fuck, drummer. Thank you.
Once the credits roll, you will receive the trophies for Urshanabi Hoarder, Data Logger, and Captain Drummer.
Tie him up.
Now
Please,
on to Chapter 2.
Kamina, don't do this.
After the opening cutscene, you'll be released into space among 3 shipwrecks. There are no deterministic dialogue options to choose in the opening cutscene. Once released, turn slightly to the left and head towards this floating object. Here you'll scan the only scannable object in this area. Next, turn back towards the left and enter the hull of the Crowley. Here you'll find the first set of reaction masks. You can collect it.
Found some.
After the cutscene, turn directly around. Run into this room and then go around the control console to collect the MCRN tool.
Maya's always complaining about the tools in the engineering bay. Maybe an MCRN model would cheer her up.
Yeah, Cap. Cheer up the Martian girl with your tool.
Continue ahead to the tall
Hush and
hallway.
fall.
The next corridor above you is the mess hall. Land in the mess hall. Head to your right into the kitchen to collect the mushroom powder.
I can't believe it. I actually found Virgil some mushrooms.
Oh, maybe he'll make white kibble when we get back. Cap, what do you think of Virgil? You trust him?
Virgil's a smart man and a reliable medic.
Until he got our pilot shot, you mean?
Back at the vertical hallway, lift off the ground and cross the hall directly into this bay. Here you can collect the guidance system.
Might be able to rewire this guidance system to work.
Turn around and return to the mess hall. From here, you should be able to ascend to the higher floors. On the wall next to the med bay, you can collect the self-propelled rounds.
Hopefully won't need these anytime soon.
After this week, maybe keep them close by.
Turn to your left to exit the ship at the spot of the yellow beacon. Up to your left is the orange beacon of the Hiram Grant. Heading to the left, you'll find a surgical suite. In the surgical suite, lift off the ground to collect the acceleration drugs.
Got some juice here. We're running low after the past week.
Any longer in the crash couch and I'll stop pissing that stuff.
Straight ahead, navigating through the ship, you'll find the next set of reaction mass.
Got a barrel here.
After collecting the second reaction mass, turn around and head out the opening. You'll see a beacon lighting up. Collect the mag boots next to the beacon.
These boots might fit Khan. Once I get the feet out of them.
Turn to your left and look at the floating panel. Underneath the floating panel, you will find a medical kit. Search this crate to get medicine for the twins. Now you can follow the main mission beacons into the lagoon.
Another blast door.
Shang. Fine, I'll get more explosives.
No need. I should be able to access the lockdown controls from the bridge.
Good thinking, Captain.
Head straight up this
Still find
corridor
more
all the way to the
explosives?
bridge.
Just in case.
In the bridge, float up to your left in order to access the lockdown controls. Now you can float all the way down to the bottom floor. In the engine room, you'll find your last piece of salvage and what's also required for finding the truth about Virgil's past, the Datacube hacker.
This Datacube hacker might be useful.
Sure, might let you break into Rayon's special data drives.
Set up push toe!
I'll need to make a hole to pass this to the twins.
You can follow the mission objectives from here until you get to the pirate drones. Once past them, we'll have more scannable items to collect.
Baka. I doubt they will all be so easy to kill.
There's no
Roger.
trophy for
If I
avoiding these
respond, would they be
drones,
able to
but
chase
it's
the
good
signal?
practice for Chapter 4 when you
No,
will have
it
to
will
avoid
only
all
confirm
drones
you
in
are
order
in
to get the
broadcast
trophy.
range.
If I respond, will they be able to trace the signal?
No, it will only confirm you are in broadcast range. But they seem pretty sure of that already.
Put me through. Captain Zapata, this is Kamina Drama of the Artemis. I don't want to fight you, but keep sending your crew after me, and I'll be forced to keep killing them.
You're a long way from Siri Station, Kamina Drama.
You've heard of me?
I've heard of your work and your bounty. But if I'm speaking to you, what happened to Garrison Cox?
He attempted to double his profits. As a result, I am now captain.
Not surprising. There's no loyalty among scavengers. Not that the OPA is any better. You must really enjoy the company of miscreants.
You can always retreat, Toussaint. Protect the rest of your crew.
Your reputation is well uncapped.
After the pirates, avoid more drones and then cross the hallway to scan the solenoid analysis.
But then needless tests do not change.
Enough. I've had a very long week in a crash couch because of you. Either fall back or keep sending your men to die. Those are your options.
This is the end of collectibles for this section. You won't have any more until you're back on the Artemis. In this section, you'll gain the most possible trophies besides Chapter 5. First, speak to Khan and give her the cigar. This will give you the Stogie for Fogie trophy.
Rough week.
On the officer deck,
I should check in
enter
with
the
crew and
captain's
see how
quarters.
everyone's doing.
Here, there's one scannable and one item you need for a trophy. In the cabinet, search it to collect the scotch that you can give to Cox.
Cox won't be coming out of his cell for a long time. Might as well give him some company.
Then enter the back room and scan the ship's registration on the computer.
What are these? Decryption keys? Pashing Walla. I knew Cox was paranoid, but spying on his crew?
Now head down to the crew deck. Going into the crew quarters, you'll find a comms log. Scan it. Now go to the mess hall. Give the brothers their medicine in order to receive the Drug Gifter trophy. Behind the twins, you'll find Virgil. Give him the mushroom powder to receive the Spore Taste trophy.
What's on your mind, Captain?
I found some mushroom powder for you to cook with.
Bursting.
After speaking with Virgil, go to the med bay. Enter Virgil's office.
All right. What is the good doctor hiding?
Search his computer and then hack it with the data cube in order to unlock the Thorston Mayer trophy.
But I picked up a data cube hacker in that ship graveyard. Should tell me what Virgil is hiding. Hopefully this data hacker I found still works. Bingo. Apparently there's a lot Virgil hasn't shared about his past. Not only did Virgil hide his UNN service and his real name, he's also wanted by his own government for desertion. I should try to get more information from him.
Finally, head to the ladder and climb down to the cargo bay. Ignore Maya at first. Walk past her into the back left corner to scan the water log. To your right, you'll find the brig. Give Cox the scotch to get the bottoms up trophy. Next, go back to Maya. Interact with her music player.
What are you listening to?
It's Martian music. You wouldn't like it.
Select Try Me.
I'll decide what I like and don't like.
This will unlock the Martian music trophy. Finally, head to Maya's room to complete this chapter.
If I sleep with Maya, the entire crew will know about it. Nothing stays secret on a ship like this. Is one night worth all the drama?
It's up to you whether you sleep with Maya. It does not impact the story.
Definitely.
Fucking finally.
When Cox sat us down in the mess hall, I thought you were dead. And today in the airlock, I thought we were dead.
I know.
I'm just saying, you're not allowed to die on me, Commander Drummer. Because I'm not losing the one person in the belt I give a shit about.
Finishing this chapter will unlock Debris Spree, Data Miner, and Celebrations Are in Order. Now on to Chapter 3. After the opening cutscene, proceed forward.
An entire station, completely abandoned. I can't even imagine what could have happened here.
Maybe we'll find out.
You'll trigger another cutscene once you reach the console. After the cutscene, turn and scan the environmental systems. Head forward to find Sector 2.
Okay, this group called itself the Cassiopeia Collective. Landed here in 2226. They were an unlicensed settler community from Earth.
What happened to them?
No clue. Nothing good, by the looks of it. If Cox was right, we're about to hit the greatest score a scavenger has ever come across.
That's what he said.
So, what do you plan to do with it? The money, I mean.
I'll head back to Ceres.
You want to go back to the station where there's a bounty on your head?
With this money, I can make the bounty disappear.
How? By going to war with Dawes?
By making him irrelevant. I'm going to build an OPA that actually has filters.
After you open the airlock, ascend up to your right. Blowtorch to get the temperature sensor. Lock yourself back to the floor and head to the left. This will trigger a cutscene.
So what about you?
After a quick
What are you going to do
cutscene,
with
turn to the
yourself?
left and then collect the mining net.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Philippa, you must have some idea. Want to buy one of those Martian mountain ranges? Set up an estate there.
You know what my favorite...
Go past the classrooms, then to the right. Enter the door on the right. In the back corner, you'll find the Pitons.
This feels like grave robbing. Even more so than usual.
I know. But just think of the historical...
Leave the
value.
door and go across the hall
These were
into the
some of
room with
first people
computers.
to try and survive out here.
Here you can scan a
Does historical
computer.
value pay well?
Beats me.
Go around the corner and open the next airlock. After opening this doorway, ascend to the ceiling. Here you can collect the air pressure monitor with the blowtorch. Now you'll find Station 2. Before turning the power on, you can go over to your right and collect the power converter.
Will I mess up your work if I remove this power?
Now you can turn around and activate the power for Sector 2. After the Sector 2 cutscene, proceed to your right. Go into the left room. Here you can get the microgravity supplements. Exit this room and complete the next electrical circuit puzzle to unlock the last
They're
airlock.
taking supplements to combats like this. Need to power on the sector first.
In the cathedral, drop straight down. Turn around and enter the shipping crate. Here you can collect the mining charges.
Got some mining charges here. Looks disarmed.
Wait. How much do they look disarmed?
Disarmed enough. You clearly haven't handled many explosives.
Guilty as charged.
Before turning on the power to Sector 3, run around the console and collect the circuit board. Turning on the power will throw you into a cutscene, including a fight. After the fight, head straight towards the floor. To your left, you can scan the death records. Head down into the children's crypt. After the cutscene, head towards the right and lift off the ground. Floating in this corridor, you can collect the final scannable and collectible for this chapter.
So here they are.
Here they are.
Complete the investigation to activate the final cutscenes. These cutscenes will take us all the way to our next major decision. Here, you have to trust Rayan in order to get the trophy in Episode 5 where he kills his brother. As long as you broke up the fight and let him keep his leg in Episode 1, Maya should still be saved with this decision.
She isn't a part of this. She is now. Step back.
This concludes Chapter 3 and should award you Grave Robber, Data Recoverer, Impossible Objects, and Scavenge Star, since Chapter 3 contains the last scavengeable items for the game. After the opening cutscene, you'll immediately find yourself back in the cathedral from Chapter 3.
Maybe I can change.
Head straight to the back of the room to get your first scannable. Scan the transmission log.
It's so weak, but you must have had some way of communicating with the inner planets. Of course. When the inners wouldn't help you, you started shouting in every direction at once. If I point the antennas back toward the gravity belt, I can boost the signal and send a distress call. Oh, Sabaka. I'll have to use the mining tunnel. The quickest way to the antenna array is under that massive mining cart. I'll have to power it up.
After you connect the junction boxes, the mining cart puzzle will have the same exact pattern as the connected boxes.
Locked. Of course. Never seen a passcode like this.
Complete the puzzle by entering top right, down and left, down and right, down and left, up and left, then left.
You shouldn't be so quick.
After the cutscene, you'll be released in the mining tunnels. Push off the floor, and then go down the tunnels. To the right, you'll find your next scannable item.
Fine, but you have to keep up.
So what is the plan? Sending a message no one will hear, hoping for help that will never come. You really do belong here.
I'd rather die here than be stuck on series with you.
Yes, you made that very clear. Not a waste for the belt.
Hashtag, did those rocks just turn into heads?
So jumpy. You've gone soft since you left series.
Almost.
If you haven't flipped over, you'll see the lever on your right.
I'm afraid. If you're heading in the right direction.
Aligning yourself with the lever, you can look up to your right and you'll see the mineral yield. Head towards the ceiling to scan it. Then you can return and activate the lever.
So what has community trauma done since leaving series? What have you done to protect the belt while hiding out in that ship?
I'm not hiding it. And when I get out of here,
Yes, what happens then? You saved the belt, right? From me, from the Inyas, from the tainted treasure you found.
correct.
Do you actually believe all that? Or do you need a story to tell yourself as you die?
Philip.
Look on the bright side. The door you need to get through is probably open now.
It must be our way to double back. It's okay. Nothing down there but rocks.
After another cutscene, you'll be at the room with the drones. Here, you must avoid all drones to get the Drone Dodger achievement. I find it easiest to stick to the far right of the room. Choose when you leave carefully. Be careful not to land on the final platform before you've collected the last scannable item. If you get caught by the drones, pause and exit to the main menu. This will allow you to retry the room without affecting your trophy progress. Scan the tunnel analysis before landing. Getting near the door will activate the cutscene. There's no more collectibles, so just follow the beacons and complete the mental breakdown portion. After you break the lever, you can fix it with the rebar on the ceiling. The rest of Chapter 4 can be completed normally. All dialogue options are inconsequential to trophies. See you in Chapter 5. At the beginning of Chapter 5, once you rejoin your crew, you'll immediately be given the option whether or not to kill Rayan. Obviously, we want to keep everyone alive.
I don't have a gun.
Don't need one. Use your night boots. Crush his skull and be done with it.
So make sure to choose Fight Back. Next, you'll encounter a conversation
But
with
I don't
Virgil.
think I can make it through this without you either.
He'll begin panicking. You must choose to stay with him to get the Heal Thy Medic trophy. Select Circle at the first dialogue option.
Virgil, the situation is...
Select X for the next dialogue option. Choose circle for the third dialogue option.
Once we are through with this...
I'll retrieve my hand terminal.
This will grant the Heal Thy Medic trophy. The next trophy is for saving Khan. The only way for this to succeed is if you've saved her arm in the first episode by getting the crystal to fix the medical machine. You then must succeed in the QuickTime events to ensure that Khan does not die.
Thought you could double-cross us, Adrian. Take us to the core, now.
Of course. I know right where it's hidden. There are no secrets on board the Artemis.
Ah! Eat shit, cunt fuckers!
Once again, you can return to the main menu if you fail one of these to restart from the checkpoint.
Arlen is in the
After
cargo
saving
bay with the
Khan, you'll get to
intake.
free roam the ship. Scan the damage report first. Then descend to the crew deck. Turn to your left to scan the second data log. Descend to the cargo bay for the final encounter with the brothers. If you've done everything correctly up to this point, Rand should interrupt you while you're punching Arlen. Selecting He Deserved It is the last step. This will grant the Brothers Reaper trophy. Complete all the QuickTime events to ensure that Drummer survives. Completing the story from here will grant the rest of the trophies. I only had one trophy pop besides the Platinum trophy, but there it is. That's the end of the guide. If you guys enjoyed, please hit the like button. If there's any other guides you want to see, let me know in the comments down below.